Hello. So I know most of you won't be here now because we're like an hour and plus when I was supposed to do this, but I got home late, which is just a human thing. um, but also, I was trying to play around with some technology, which I'm still trying to play around with, and it just didn't work. There we go. So, anyway, I'm still working on this whole thing, and I hope to get it refined really soon. um, anyway, I'm going to do a few cards, and then I won't do the meditation tonight, and I hope that's okay with everybody. So I'm going to start. I'm trying to my camera set up and an actual camera to record things instead of just going live, because that's not always the easiest, to fit into my day, which I realize. But anyway, so yeah, the one thing I do want to talk about though is, I've had lots of people contact me in the last couple of days, and clients and things I've seen, and there's a lot of, I hate calling them psychic attacks, but that's what they are. There's negative energy trying to get at us. So just put up your guards. And honestly, the cards I keep getting for myself are the same as I think it's what's supposed to be for the collective, is that it's as much as it feels like we should be doing something, that isn't the case. The true case is that we still are in this rest, recharge, reflect kind of, it's funny because those would normally be your retrograde planet things, and all the planets are moving forward and have been for a couple weeks now. But we still seem to be in this like rest, recharge. And I think that's a light worker thing. I hate to say that, and if you don't feel yourself as a light worker, I don't think you'd be here unless you were. So the bottom line is, I think we do need to rest and reflect and recharge in these moments. And I know that's hard to do with all the craziness that's going on. The only thing I've been told over and over and over again is, it used to be like a thing where we considered dark versus light, sort of, like it's not a versus, but there is a lot of push and pull from dark and light as we sort all these things out. And I think the bottom line is that it has nothing to do with dark versus light. Some things are going to be dark and some things are going to be light. And at this point of the game, it's like it's love versus fear. Are you going to pick fear? Are you going to live in fear? Are you going to do all those things that pull you closer to the dark? Doesn't mean you're dark at all. But I think if you start giving into this fear over and over and over again, it's just what's going to repeat for all of us. And so if we can push more into that energy of love, then we're going to see more love and more instances of light appearing to us. So if you've been like me at this game for at least 4+ years, I always say 4+ years because it's changed so much every year. But if you've been at this for 4+ years and you're tired and you just need to rest, then rest. And that doesn't mean that you're burying your head in the sand and not contributing in any way, but you are contributing. Like, you just have to know that it's just like you have to realign your energy, and then you can come back to the game. It is a game, which is the worst part too. We're just playing this really weird game right now. Anyway, interesting. Okay, the first card is, let's see, this light's too bright. See, still working on things. I do like this though. You get the general thing. These are the Hathors. Hathor light codes, light immersion, full system upgrades, and power recall. So I do think that's what's going on right now. We keep getting these blasts of energy, like actual blasts of energy, They wear us out. They take us off course. I think there's been a shift in the ley lines too, which is a whole other subject that we'll get into later. Not in this upload, but in the next one. We're just being upgraded for where we're supposed to be. So the best thing you can do is rest and recharge so that your body starts to align to these higher lights and frequencies. I know that's like super hard because we live in this dense planet where we're supposed to be doing something all the time and fighting the good cause and doing all that and not burying our heads in the sand, but it doesn't always work that way. So I just feel like we're being super upgraded at this time. The power recall part is very important. So during a day, we're constantly giving out our energy and our power to other people. And I think what needs to happen is that you literally need to go into that silence, that quiet, that rest, that recharge moment, and ask for your power back from your angels, from your guides, the higher source, whatever you do to make that happen. Just ask for that energy back, because we often leave our energy in different places as we go, helping people, helping ourselves. Traumatic events actually strip pieces of our, say your soul, but there's a whole concept of soul retrieval, right? That gets very deep into at moments where we break off that energy from ourselves. But it's always yours and nobody else can touch it. So it just needs to be called back. So if you are feeling depleted in any way, ask for your energy back. Just ask your higher self. If you don't have guides or angels, or you don't have a source connection, which is, well, sorry, it's BS, but we all have one. Anyway, ask for what you need from any of your guides. And just, I'm still getting this rest and recharge thing, right? It's a funny little thing because it feels like that's not what we should be doing right now. But I think it's maybe the best thing that we could do. I'm just along this journey for like the same as you. I'm just, every day I learn different things about myself and others. And you just have to take a breather. Most of the time I'm pretty good with just, that one's jumping out. Laying down and taking a minute to breathe and listen to some nice music. And if that's the recharge moment I have, that's the recharge moment I have. So. All right, we're going to do 3 more cards here, 3 more cards in the other one, and then the meditation itself. I did have a good one planned. It's about cutting cords, which I think we all need to do right now. The big thing that we need to do, I think, though, right now is just, it sounds so funny, besides the rest and the relaxes, you have to enjoy being by yourself and being that hermit energy and just taking the time to like not get sucked into everything that's going on. I know it's bad and I know it looks terrible, but the more you pick fear, the more we just keep going back into fear. So I generally am not a big fan of movies and the whole Hollywood scene, but there's a Disney movie that they made about this fictional place that they created in their own like land called Tomorrowland. If you've ever been there, I've been there. I remember going there. Anyway, this movie is actually really interesting because it is that piece about this negative feedback loop that if you keep feeding into it, that's all you keep getting in the media, in the news, in that part, I don't think they get into the social media aspect, but so as my big thing at this point is we definitely need to hold space for everyone else, and that's the people. Pull the politics out, pull out the religion, pull out all those other people. They don't matter. They don't matter. They really, really don't. And their soul is theirs to decide. And if they decide to come back to the light, then great. What you need to do in this moment is it's fine to embrace other countries, other religions, it's the people in it. It's us. It's your brothers and sisters. We are all part of that same thing. Those other it's a game up there. Let them play it. Let them play it. Don't play it. Pray for your brothers and sisters. Pray for yourself. Pray for the collective as a whole. The collective isn't them. They're dark. They're playing their weird little game that they're playing. And you only get to be a participant in that game if you choose to. So if you want to play that game, which is a little bit dark and nefarious, let's be honest, that's fine. Go play there for a while. I wouldn't suggest you stay there a really long time. Anyway, that's my suggestion. I'm certainly not saying that anybody needs to be black marked, ostracized, wish horrible things upon. None of them. They're doing their thing. Let them do their thing. You, me, the regular people need to do our thing. And our thing is holding the space, meditating, praying, putting out better energy, putting out good energy, putting out vibes of peace. Unless you're going to conscript tomorrow or get conscripted or sign up and be in the army and go, we're not required to do anything at this point, right? All we can do is sit and be the observer. So you might as well use your intention as the observer to put peace into the situation. And that's what I'm going to say about that. Okay. So the next card we have is, oops. See, I got to work on this. Breathe through the tension. So this is just a reminder for us to those moments. It doesn't matter what it is. There's so many issues that could, I hate to word that, trigger is a terrible word and I don't like it. But there's so many things out there that are triggering people right now. Like I said, I've had many emails, many phone calls this weekend because people are trying to really incite the fear in most of us. So if you're in this situation, instead of take a breath before you say anything, take a breath before you do anything. If it's really tense, see if you can retreat to some outdoor place is the best and breathe through it. Yeah. Oh, this is a fun one. Forgive. I have a lot of this to do. I know the things I have to do. But forgiveness is also, this pertains to that game I was playing that's being played up here. Every soul has a purpose, whether we believe that or not. And so to condemn them and wish ill on them doesn't do any good for you. That's it. That's all. That's the bottom line of it. So it is that forgive and not forget. I'm not going to forget what you've done. No, you picked some dark roads. It's, I don't agree with them, but I also, we got to work on this forgiveness piece because I think this is what's holding us up big time. So, yeah, it's not expected to just be forgiven and forgotten, but we'll work on this. And the last one is, assess the situation. This is a new one to me. Assess the situation. Yeah, that's kind of that is kind of what I'm saying. It's going to be hard to see on here. Don't worry about the words. This person is kind of sitting on the far banks of everything and looking at, sit back, pull your perspective back, sit, observe. It's a like hard thing to do sometimes because we think we need to do something. But I don't think we do in this situation. I think we really need to work on forgiveness. We need to forgive. We need to just breathe, and we need to take a look at things from the outside perspective. And and just remember, like, we're all going through different things, and it's for each of our ascension. It's not going to be the same process for every single person. And some of us, there's going to be this whole dynamic through the whole thing. But you do need to stop and take a breath before you outwardly accuse people and yell at them and scream at them and say weird things on social media. Or do it in public. My God, so many people have been attacked in public. Like, take a breath, everybody. Sit down, relax, and think it through. Oh my God, think it through before you say it to somebody. Would you want that? It's the same. It's the principle of, when I go back to movies again, Bambi. Don't say anything that you wouldn't want said to you. That's a Bible principle, I get. But it's the same thing in Bambi. If you can't say something nice, don't say it at all. Pull back for 5 minutes. Go check yourself before you wreck yourself. Isn't that a saying too? Yeah. So I would just, stop. We got to stop the knee-jerk reaction. We got to stop this whole, again, I hate this word, triggering. It triggers me because it pisses me off. Stop letting stuff get us so angry that we lash out. We've got to pull back in those moments. Take a breath and go and sit down with just ourselves. Nobody else. You don't need to talk. You need to talk to you and your higher self and your guides. You need to say, why is this bugging me so much? What is it about this? And why am I so against this person? What am I doing? Yeah, it's just a critical time right now. It's part of the reason I'm late to come onto this live too, is that I just, I went out and I did things, and I came home, and then technology thwarted me and other things needed my attention. And we need those things to happen in our lives. I don't think it's a mistake when those things happen. Anyway, so the bottom line is just take that breather, do it for yourself, and hopefully this week I can figure out all this fun technology stuff, which I just have rudimentary setups. I'm just trying to use what I have rather than buy a bunch of new stuff, but I would love to. Anyway, so I hope that you're doing well. I know this week has been hard. It's been a little bit challenging. There is more energy coming in this next week. So do your best to just take those moments of peace for yourself. And hopefully we can all, get through this together. So I've got a few more cards here. Yeah, see, and this is also the tricky part. So astral travel, vital force, information, dreamtime, soul travel. So I don't know about you, but I know for myself, I have been very active at night, traveling, dreaming, and that kind of things. And it's sort of a mishmash of stuff. It doesn't make a ton of sense. So all I can say about that one is, and I talked to somebody about this the other day who's not really, or partially into this whole energy thing. And I just said, you have to sometimes talk to your guides, whomever you look up to, and say, that's it. I'm a human being. I'm in a human body. I cannot do this anymore. I need a night off. Turn your clothes sign. Great psychic in New Orleans told me that once. Literally turn your clothes sign and say that you're off. I'm taking tonight off, tomorrow night off, the weekend, whatever you need. It is going back to that rest and recharge. So we're still in that phase. Next one is new moon and waxing moon. We just had a new moon quite a couple days past it, but I think this is still that same, like we're still conception. It says conception, inner self, and expansion. So we're still learning some new things at this point, and we're conceiving some ideas. So let those come. I feel like we're heading into this big shift, and it's going to be super, like, it's already, we're at the point where it's super volatile and a little unnerving at this point. So the best way to ride that out is just go back within, like I said, rest, recharge, but also start planting seeds for the future. What do you want to see? What do you want to do? And that's funny because the last card we just got was creation, kitchen. So, what's the new recipe? What's the new book? What's the new business project, life event that you're looking to create? So, in those moments of rest and recharge, instead of going on social media, watching the news, fighting somebody about something, going outside and being freaked out by what's happening on out there, spend some time indoors, figure out a way to create. And creation isn't something that, so you have to do it and it manifests instantly. What's happening now is that we're manifesting stuff instantly. So instead, just spend some time writing, planting your garden, plotting out your garden for what you want to come. Because even though it seems bleak and super weird right now, the best thing you can do is to plan this stuff out and hope for something better. That's what we have to be doing in these moments, is hoping for something better. Bringing in light and love instead of falling into fear and falling into manifesting the next big crisis. So I just invite you not to get, and again, honestly, if you don't believe me, go watch Tomorrowland because it's very much like that. It's very much about how are you going to like break that negative feedback loop. That's the goal for tonight. We're going to break that negative feedback loop. So tonight, though, I hope that you get a good night's sleep. I'm sorry there's no meditation. I do have one, but I'm not sure it's the right one for tonight. I'll probably come on here tomorrow because I'm going to finally try to record something. I've tried a few different devices. Nothing seems compatible for uploading, but I'm doing my best. So I'm going to keep working on that this week when I have time, and hopefully I'll finally get sort of a bit of a setup. Otherwise, I'll just have to go live and pick better times for my life rather than just like say I'm going to do it at some time and then totally mess it up by going out, being late, and then trying new technology on a new stream, and it didn't work. Anyway, so these are fun. It's learning. I love it. I love you guys. I hope you have a really good night, and we'll see you maybe tomorrow sometime. I might just go live to do some cards, and I'm going to try putting up a couple of meditations if I can record them. So thank you so much. Have a good sleep. Love you.